in that. But I'm glad that we have French in Canada. French is a beautiful language. It's a gorgeous language, French. I don't quite know how Quebec managed to screw it up so badly, but it's a beautiful language. Well, it's true. If you listen to someone from Paris speaking French and someone from Quebec speaking French, it's completely different. Someone from Paris speaking French, it sounds like butterflies are coming out of their mouth, doesn't it? Quebec? It's like it hit Newfoundland and got all goofed up, huh? Oh, he's the boys that wrote the French. Oh my God. Well, England has a multitudinous situation when it comes to their accents. In Canada, your neighbor sounds much like yourself. In England, someone will look over the fence at their neighbor and say, "I say, what a marvelous day!" Their neighbor can look them straight in the eye and go, "Yeah, great, innit?" That's that diversity that exists. But French is an interesting language for us to have because it's no matter what you do with it, it always maintains that certain sexuality, you know? Like it starts right at the core of it. Look at the word bilingual. You tell someone from Texas you're bilingual. You'll get a pretty excellent reaction, I'll tell you that. Yes, I'm bilingual. Bilingual? Oh, Jesus. Oh, get the hell away from my son. And my dog. What the hell are you people anyway? Perhaps we could stay up late tonight, have a few drinks, and get bilingual together, Tex. French is nice that way. It's, you know, I can remember looking for the planetarium in Montreal, and I'm walking along, I'm looking for the planetarium, and I approached this man, and I said, "Excuse me, could you tell me where's the planetarium?" And he didn't wish to speak English that day, so I had to use my best grade 10 French, and I said, "Où est la planetarium?" Well, he knew immediately what I was talking about. Ah, la planetarium. You know, because even though I just finished saying planetarium 5 seconds earlier, you know, there's a big difference between planetarium and planetarium. Planetarium has got sex in it. Planetarium doesn't. Planetarium, no sex. Planetarium, sex aplenty. Right? The French can suck the sex out of any word, really. Look at the word table, spelt exactly the same in English and French. English, table. French, table. It's terrific. And what's really interesting is the fact that in Europe, they're side by side with Germany, which is a whole different ball of wax. Because the German language has way too much and absolutely no. Do you know why? Because the French stole all the. About 500 years ago, a clever little French person snuck across the border into Germany in the middle of the night with a potato sack. A sac de pomme de terre. We will call him Guy. And off he went. And in the middle of the night, he stole all the from the Germans as they slept. And took it back to France. Gave it to all his friends. Jean-Paul, Jean-Pierre, Jean-Jean, Jean-Jean, Jean-Jean. Like Johnny Seed or something. Because the French have far too much of this stuff. Just listen to them. Ah, we are French. We love snails and Jerry Lewis movies. Squeeze my citron till the juice runs down my leg. Meanwhile, the poor Germans are back in Germany going... They're upset. The romance from their language has been taken away. And they're upset about it, you know? Because how do you get romantic in German? There's the question. You know, romantic German couple, roaring fire, bearskin rug, 2 glasses of white wine. She reaches over, whispers romantically in his ear. Ich liebe dich! Yeah, you love me. You want to stop spitting white wine in my ear there? The whole side of my head's covered in blue nun. The Germans aren't the only ones who have that nice straightforwardness, too. I like the Australians. Nice gregarious bunch. They hang out in BC a lot. They like our way of life, you know. And they're always into downhill skiing and bungee jumping and that kind of stuff. Never meet quiet ones, though. Nice people. Never meet quiet ones. Ever meet Australians? Always like, "Hi, how you doing?" Death, please stop. Hardly surprising Australia began as a prison colony, if you think about it. It's got to be pretty difficult to sneak around and be a successful criminal with a voice like that. Imagine, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, you're down at the docks trying to pull off the big job. Quick, let's sneak over here! Oh God, we've been spotted again, run! You're gonna get caught. And they did. And they were carted off to Australia, and Australia was a prison colony for almost 100 years. It was almost entirely men in Australia for 100 years, which explains why many Australian men have names like Kim and Tracy. It's true, you can meet 3 burly Australian rugby players and be like, this is my friend Tracy, hello. This is his brother Cindy, hello mate. And me, my name's Dorothy. What's wrong with you? Back where I come from, Dorothy's a man's name. Well, Dorothy, there's no place like home, eh? At any rate, my name's Chris Molyneux. Thanks so much. You guys have been an excellent crowd. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Good night.
Chris Molyneux. Chris Molyneux, one more time. Yeah, what a show, what a show, what a show. I'm a country music fan, too. Any country music fans here tonight? Yeah. I gotta tell you, I used to be a rocker. For years, I was a rocker. I give it up. I stopped being a rocker when they stopped doing festivals. You know, where you go out and you camp out for a week, and you drink, and you camp, and you drink, and you drink, and you drink, and you camp, and every once in a while, you walk the 5 miles from your campsite to the stage to find out the band's on a fucking break. So you go to the beer garden, and you drink it. The last one I did was last year. I did the Merritt Mountain Music Festival. I had such a cool time, I gotta tell you. But I woke up Saturday morning, there were 35,000 people there. 2 porta potties. I got some advice for the organizers. Let's move this thing to a deciduous forest. Deciduous, of course, meaning broad-leafed. Trust me on this, you want to do a reality check, you roll out of your sleeping bag 6:30 in the morning, wander off into the woods and take care of business with the butt end of a pine cone. Man, there's the joy of camping. Actually, that part didn't bother me. It was the damn squirrels following me around really pissed me off. I told you, that's not an acorn. I know, I gotta tell you, I'm embarrassed that I would tell a hemorrhoid joke. I really am, because I was one of those guys. I'd be sitting in front of the TV when one of these commercials on in my underwear, like eating wieners and beans, going, oh man, who needs to know this? Right up till that morning, I woke up with a hot water bottle growing out of my bum. And I'll tell you, I was glad I had this information. Tuck pad, suppositories, I would have roto-rooted the damn thing if it would have helped. But I gotta tell you the truth, I got kind of freaked, I got kind of weirded out by this, because up until this point, my bum has been exit only. All of a sudden, even though it's for medicinal purposes, I gotta start putting things in my bum. Yeah, well, I started to wonder, you know, like, what if I start to like putting things in my bum? Okay, yeah, well, thanks for supporting live comedy. Come out next week when we have Mr. Sean Murdy and the incredibly psychotic Mr. Tim Coslow. Tonight we had Mr. Chris Yule was here with us tonight. Mr. Chris Molyneux was with us tonight. I've been Dave Squatch Ward. You guys have been great. We'll see you in the funnies. Thanks a lot.